When people say good. All right, guys, we are talking Sistas, and to be honest, the episode was all right, guys. What did you think of the episode? To be honest, not a fan. This was not a good episode. Sorry. The cliffhanger was good. I didn't see that coming. For real, the cliffhanger itself was good, but in terms of the episode itself, it dragged on in way too many places. A lot of repetitive dialogue. It's just this was the this was just the prime definition of filler. That's the best way to put it. The prime definition of filler. Hey, we're going to wait till the people. Oh, hey, we got some people on here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. We're talking about the episode. Andy lost a fan. Does that mean are you no longer an Andy fan? Yeah, and in case you're wondering, I wasn't a big fan of this episode. Talk about Andy. Sabrina was the worst in this episode. Sabrina was awful. Sabrina was awful. What she did to Calvin was ridiculous. She had the nerve to stand there and chastise Calvin for not being honest when he's been straightforward with her the entire time. Sabrina has always been the one to allow what other people say about Calvin to influence her decisions. Hey, Maurice, get this drug test because so and so said he does meth or crack. Hey, Maurice set a trap in order to see if Calvin will have a threesome. Let's do this, let's do that. She has never once been straightforward with Calvin. So how does she have the self-righteous nerve to stand there and call him out and be so rude? Just like Karen getting Zach arrested, I'm done with those two. Danny was the MVP of the episode, but at the same time, I agree with Zach. I wouldn't want to have anything to do with Karen either. I'm going to be honest here. This is going to get a low score. I'm thinking like maybe a 2. The cliffhanger shocked me. I didn't see that coming. She need to use her own words instead of someone else's opinions about Calvin. I agree. And not to mention, you decide to call him as opposed to like a day or so ago. I mean, Maurice sounded convincing when he said he saw with his own eyes, so I probably would have felt that way too. I don't care. It's like there have been too many examples of Sabrina being told something by Calvin, by Danny, by someone else, and then she'll make a decision about Calvin based off of that instead of just being straightforward. Straightforward with him. I gave it a thumbs up. Oh, yeah, hit the thumbs up, guys. See, do you think that Sabrina got in her emotions because of how Calvin treated her in the back half of season 1? I've gotten over that because of the fact that I still think Calvin was wrong for what he did in the back half of season 1, but I thought we've moved past that. But I agree, like, Sabrina was playing too many games during the first half. Calvin was being an asshole during the back half of season one. But, again, I thought we moved past all that. So, let's see here. Don't worry, I'm catching up on the chats now. The ending caught me by surprise. I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to be honest. I thought Gary was in the vehicle behind Andy. That's what I thought. What kind of ring that stick to your finger forever? I have no idea. I thought Jasmine was dead. Do you see a future gang fight between Andy's crew and Jasmine's crew? My gosh. I'm trying to approve posts in the Facebook groups. There's like 200 and some posts, and it's not allowing me to do it all at once, so I have to do it in increments. Sabrina was criticizing Calvin during their relationship. I thought, no, Jasmine was not dead. She's just been in the hospital. And Andy hoped Fatima show up or Gary. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I mean, we don't know how far she was from work. And we don't know if Fatima's already at work. So we really don't know if anyone's going to be able to get to Andy at that specific time. But I don't blame Gary now because he didn't tell Andy to put that ring on. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, wow, you know what? Gary's wrong for the ring thing. I mean, no. Nobody told Andy to put that ring on. I look forward to Andy and Jasmine next week. Same here. It's going to be pretty interesting. But let's just talk about the episode itself. I don't even have a full page of notes. This is not even a full page because it was just a lot of repetitive dialogue. Like, if it wasn't Calvin in the bedroom, then who was in that bedroom? We get the same old Karen is attracted to Aaron, but in order to avoid temptation, he has to sleep on the couch. I think my favorite part of the episode was when Danny was in the salon with Karen and Sabrina, and they were like, Danny, why aren't you saying anything? It's like, see, what y'all two are talking about right now is what I was trying to say at the bank, but you told me to be quiet. The trailer for Sistas is on Instagram. Give me one momento. I will check it out now. Hang on, I'm looking for the trailer.
What you said, her? I made a mistake.
Maurice thought he heard Calvin.
He's sick of this. Let it go. This is enough.
It's a night of epic showdowns.
Where are you going?
Don't put your hands on me.
With one face-to-face moment.
It hurts the fact that you think I would steal from you.
Then you shouldn't have done it.
Look at me, you see that I've always loved you.
That will have everyone talking.
What's that noise? Are they fighting in it?
You put your hands on my husband.
Leave me alone!
Tyler Perry's
Bitch slap!
all new episode next Wednesday at 9. Watch it live on BET.
I pray that Zach and Karen aren't having sex. I pray they aren't. For real, I hope they aren't. Also, I'm glad Danny is saying what we've been saying. Sabrina, we don't care. Like, oh, Maurice made a mistake and now I said, no. You literally said what was on your heart. It's kind of like these celebrities who get canceled. It's like they do the double down, the triple down, and then a couple days later they try to come up with this fake ass apology and expect to be forgiven. No. You literally told Calvin how you felt, so move on. He did. Well, he didn't, but you know what I mean. Let me look at it again.
What you said, her? I made a mistake.
Maurice thought he heard Calvin.
He's sick of this. Let it go. This is enough.
It's a night of epic showdowns.
Where are you going?
Don't put your hands on me.
With one.
Oh, she got some dark-skinned girls up in there.
The fact that you think I would steal from you.
Then you shouldn't have done it.
Look at me, you see that I've always loved you.
That will have everyone talking.
What's that noise? Are they fighting in it?
You put your hands on my husband.
Leave me alone!
Tyler Perry.
Bitch slap. Oh, snap. Okay. Andy is dumb to just let Jasmine slap her. Well, I mean, there really wasn't nothing she could do in that situation. Leave me alone. Bop! If Calvin did let a friend use his room, did Calvin spend the night at the girl's house? Possibly. Only 3 episodes left. Can't wait to see how the season ends. Agreed. Sabrina needs to move on from Calvin anyway. Agreed. Maurice is not a good friend to Sabrina anyway. I still am not over the fact when he drove off and left her in that parking lot with Alonzo. Karen still loves Zach. Agreed. I expect the episode to go like this. We still don't know who was in the room or who made the credit card charges. I wasn't surprised until the end. Agreed. This was a boring ass episode. I really didn't even want to do a live, to be completely honest, but enough people talked me into it last night after we had a good time on the Oval. But there really isn't much to say about this episode. I have not watched Delilah yet. I have recorded a bunch of videos today. I did all my Oval content earlier, but I still need to post my Ruthless Season 2 trailer breakdown. And I got like 7 other videos that I recorded too. Vistas and the Oval doing better. Oh, Sistas and the Oval are doing better than Have and Have Nots. Look, there are only 3 episodes left, so I guess, we got some filler, but before we get to the good stuff. But yeah, this episode, this won't hit on nothing. Like, this was like my first time watching Sistas live in a while. It's been a while since I've watched it live. And I could have easily skipped this episode and have not missed anything aside from oh my God, Andy's in trouble because she's about to get a beat down and she has that wedding ring on. Seems like every ending of each season, Andy goes through the same stuff. Season 1, Andy lost everything. Season 2, Maurice just left her in the parking lot. Plus, Maurice is after every man that Sabrina likes or that likes Sabrina. That's a very solid point. And I felt like I think I cringed more in this episode than I did watching Coming to America. There were just so many scenes that were unnecessarily dragged out. Dialogue that was just so Tyler Perry fillerish. I mean, whether it be Q trying to find the doorknob, what's counterclockwise? Or Jacoby, what's up, bitch? You there, bitch? I'm like, did we really need a scene that long? I mean, like, why do you got to make Jacoby so unlikable? I mean, I thought, why can't we have a situation where it's like 2 genuine good people and the person has to choose, well, 2 genuinely good men and the woman has to choose between the 2 of them? That thumbs down is telling me everything. Yeah, this seriously was a bad episode. I recorded several videos 2 days ago. I just haven't posted them yet. Coming to America review, Pepe Le Pew being canceled, my thoughts on the Oprah interview with the Prince and Meghan. Yeah, I got a bunch of like pop culture videos. I just haven't edited and posted them yet. This is a big week. I mean, what? You had the Oval, we got Sisters, 2 episodes of Delilah, 3 episodes of Ruthless. Yeah, I mean the credit card thing, yeah. Not to mention Sabrina still has not heard back from her friend who she sent the credit card information to confirm whether or not Zach did it. At least this Sisters episode has a focal point. True. But I think this was worse because this episode is twice as long as an episode of House of Pain. I haven't watched Delilah yet. I will, I just haven't yet. My mom watched it last night. She said it was good. Delilah's very good. Well, I can't wait to watch it. Would you call this episode the worst one of season 2 so far? Yes. Yes. Like I said, if I were to score this episode, it would probably be a 2. I know I put out that tweet, all these people shacking up without, well, then again, we don't know if they've been using condoms, so I don't really know. I agree, Maurice is working my nerves. Yep. Hey, thanks for joining in, James. I don't trust the girl at Karen's shop. She looks guilty. The Oval's better than Sisters in. Oh gosh, yeah. The Oval's been killing it. No pun intended. Miscommunication and breakup wouldn't have happened if Sabrina asked Calvin about being on something. I agree. I mean, it's like her and Andy are both so self-righteous that it's painful to watch. Is it possible that the man in the bedroom was actually his father? He just lost his husband and probably had a male escort? No, because his father went to Florida, so his father's gone. No Preston in the episode. Not to mention, not that I don't like Preston. What scene would they have shown between him and Danny? It's like the same thing over and over with them. Yeah, sex face. Will you think the Hillbillies come back? Probably. I mean, we only got 3 episodes left, so they need to pile up the drama where they can. Exactly. Yeah, Calvin's father went to Florida. That's why he moved to Maurice. What was it? He took most of his savings and whatnot, gave them to his dad so he can move to Florida. So that's why he had to move in with Maurice. Oh, yeah, I was bored for like the first 20 minutes or so. I'm just sitting here waiting for something to happen. Yeah, I mean, think about it. So Jasmine and crew are trying to go after Andy. Preston's family might come after Danny. Karen's already had people come after her. And Sabrina, well, she just caused her own problems. Jasmine was at the end of the episode. I like the Q and Maurice interaction. I'm sorry, but I could have done without that. Thank God this wasn't BET Plus, because you know what would have been showing if that was the case. Haven't seen last week's yet. Hope it loads tonight. Are you talking about Sisters? Because Sisters last week was better than this week. I had problems with last week, but this episode was worse. I agree, more naive. What's his name? Nicholas the doorman? Nosy. Jasmine's going to beat Andy tail. She looked good though in those street clothes. Like, yo, what's up? You messing around with my husband? That's the bitch right there. Zach better not get back with Karen because Fatima help you. How many people do drugs in the show? There are drug references everywhere. In season 1, the girls were taking hits like every episode. It's like, I can't deal with this job. Spark it up, Danny. Spark it up. It's a new show on OWN that I have not watched yet. Like I said, this is a busy week. I can't believe Gary gave a lot green. I don't blame Gary. Andy put the damn thing on. WandaVision, don't mind me. Thank you. I did record a video about WandaVision too. I just haven't posted it yet. I'm surprised that Jasmine recovered from those wounds. That's a very good point. It's only been a few days since the ending of season 1. I hate when they make female characters messing around with married men. Well, he doesn't. Why would Jasmine care about Andy? She needs to move on. Also, Gary did nothing positive for Jasmine. Why would she care who Gary sees? I agree. What if that girl at Karen's shop, you talking about Pam? Yeah, people have been speculating that for a while. Pam, Aaron, wife named Delilah. After the story of Samson, I would never marry a woman named Delilah. Who was that guy, Jasmine? Are you talking about Morris? Like I said, I'm through with Andy. Divorcing. Hey guys, hit the thumbs up button. I ain't gonna lie, she looked good though. Andy looked good in that pink shirt and whatnot. If the Lalo's a show, oh, hang on, sorry, I got a yawn. Du- 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 du. Yep, she was in Family Funeral. Maybe in the end of the show, Andy will die. I'm not saying I want her to die, but that would send a very positive message to the audience. I enjoyed the lighting in Andy's apartment. Same here. Hopefully, Karen will believe Zach. I don't really care if Karen believes Zach or not. I just don't want her going after him again. Can't believe the wedding ring represents Gary's toxic love for Andy. I know, right? I tweeted that. I'm like, personification. Karen irks me. I think, aside from Danny, I don't think I could stand any of the women in this show. Honestly, as much as I don't like Andy, I do like the fact that it shows the range of KJ Smith. It's like we're seeing like a naive, successful woman as opposed to her other characters. So I don't fault the acting. No, I think she does a great job with Andy. It's like it's just so frustrating, but at the same time, that's what makes the character appealing because we talk about every week. Andy's almost like a Kardashian. I hope Danny, Sabrina, and Karen plan an intervention for Andy. I agree with Danny that they just need to back off. Like there's nothing they can do. She's gonna find out the hard way. Danny was speaking for the audience in the salon scene. I agree. Man, I'm mad about Calvin and Sabrina. I have no words to express how frustrated I was with that scene. Yeah, I don't want Andy to die, but it would be a powerful message to show the consequences of abusive relationships. That your bad choices do have consequences. Exactly. If you ask for advice, then like, why would you? Yeah, I don't want Andy to be with Gary. Well, I mean, why do you want her to be with you? I don't think Andy should marry Gary. Well, to be fair, there's been no commitment to marriage. She just tried on the ring. As a person who has never worn bling, I don't know if I could deal with wearing a wedding ring for life. It's nothing like you have a thing against rings. Like I've never even worn watches, so I don't think I could get used to it. Honestly, I don't have a problem with the engagement thing because, no, I don't know what the synopsis is off the top of my head. Andy should have known, should have let Karen throw it down the sink. You're not wrong, but then again, Karen really had no place to do that. Danny should have been the lead sister. I'm honestly no. I like her in the role she's in. Trust me, if there was a character who was the logical one, they would solve all the problems, and there would be no story. I agree. You can't help those who don't want to be helped. Another week of not knowing who stole the credit card. Agreed. Maurice is funny. I feel like they were overselling it in the episode by drawing out scenes he was in. I honestly didn't have a problem with Maurice in this episode. I just felt like the scenes were just dragged out too long. Gary shouldn't have put a lock on the ring. No, she shouldn't have put the damn thing on. Good point. Tyler has all these lawyer characters, but we never seen him in a courtroom. How lame. We've never seen Andy in the courtroom, but she's had some very impressive board meetings. But Danny do deserve a spinoff though. Karen and Aaron scenes feel like filler. Oh, it's the same thing every time. Oh, you're so attractive. I want to have sex, but no celibacy. Go sleep on the couch. It's like the same thing every time. The Karen and Aaron scenes are like the Barry Sharon or Sharon Kareem scenes in the Oval. I could do without them. Like I really could. Like there's literally nothing else for me to say. So do you think the guy who set up Zach is the one who set him up? You talking about Hayden? Karen and Aaron scenes are boring. Agreed. Like literally, there's nothing else to say about the episode. Yeah, there's 3 episodes of Ruthless. I'm busy as heck. Sistas is repetitive while the Oval's more fun to watch. The Oval does have some repetitive and drawn out scenes too, but there's also some intrigue in the episode. Like even when an episode is leading towards like a 6, there'll be a few scenes that will bump it up to an 8. This episode of Sisters was just awful. I think that Zach is being set up by hating. Speaking of the Oval, I can't believe that Lily's going back to Donald. Yeah, like I said, I posted all my Oval content at once this morning. Because like I said, I got a lot of shows. I'm back to 4 shows a week. They might as well get married, get in it. Then Karen could have that baby she really wants. You mean Karen or Andy? The Sisters episode made Jasmine and her friends will jump the stupid out of Andy. Street fight, bitch. Bah! I don't know. Who do you think is going to take off their earrings and shoes first? Y'all want to talk about something else? Like I said, I have nothing else to say about Sister. You want to talk about Coming to America, the Queen? I mean, Princess. I mean, Meghan and Prince Harry thing. Scratch Andy's eyes out. Meow. Yeah. Let's change subjects. I'm ready to change subjects. Dude, it is totally falling out of character development. I agree. Not the haves and the have-nots because there's no news to talk about. Coming to America. Let's talk Coming to America. So, like I said, I did my review. I just haven't posted it yet. I watched it twice. I did not hate the movie. I just feel like it was really tame compared to the first one because of the politically correct climate we're in right now. Let's talk about Prince Hakeem. Yo, the accents in this movie were so bad. Wesley Snipes was the one who made this movie. Like, when he came in, you can tell he was having a good time. His accent was on point. Yeah, Eddie Murphy, a lot of these characters look good for their age. And it was like, let me put it this way, the wardrobes, I loved it. Just seeing, it felt like Black Panther, just like the wardrobe, the aesthetic of it. It felt like Eddie Murphy kind of stepped back in order to let new talent kind of have their time to shine. Yeah, I did hear about that, the white character thing. I felt like this movie didn't have any sort of development for the characters. It's like I didn't feel connected to any of the characters because the stories really went nowhere. Okay, so Leslie Jones, I thought Leslie Jones was good in this movie too. Did she technically rape Hakeem? Because she drugged him when she blew that smoke in his face and then had sex with him, which I don't believe he ever consented to. It reminds me of Wonder Woman 84, where Steve Trevor takes over that dude's body and him and Diana have sex. So it was kind of like, huh? Again, I don't think it was the worst. Not to mention, she mentioned she was a hoe back in the day. So I'm like, you're not even going to like get a DNA test to make sure this is your real son? Because again, she said she was a hoe, so it could have been somebody else's kid. I don't know. And like, honestly, the first scene we had with the son where he goes into the job interview where he was being, well, for lack of a better phrase, racially profiled, I thought that was a good introductory scene. But I thought we were going to see development with his character. I mean, he's like this kind of headstrong, determined young man who's always been looked down upon because of how he looks, how he talks, where he's from. So he doesn't want handouts. But as soon as he gets to Zamunda, he's all, yeah. So, yeah, I agree. The movie should have definitely focused more on the daughter, like, the daughter being forced into an arranged marriage, almost like Jasmine from Aladdin. And that could have been a good story. It just felt so forced. Not to mention, Akeem was nothing like he was in the first movie. Yes, I agree. It's like, well, Jeremy, it's been like 30 some years. He's not going to be the same. It really doesn't matter because Akeem's whole thing was going against the tradition. But then all of a sudden, he's automatically into tradition. Oh, yes, my son's going to rule the country. He's going to get married to broker peace between us and our rival nation. The barbershop. Oh yeah, the barbershop crew. Like, don't get me wrong. There were some gems in this movie. My favorite scene was when Akeem was just mopping and John Amos came in there and they just talked. Like, that was my favorite. That was like the only scene in the movie where I felt like Akeem was Akeem, where he was just mopping the floor. This was towards the end when his son took that girl and went back to America. Like, the movie's called Coming to America, but we barely spent 5 minutes in America. The actor that played the son was so cringe. Like, when he was rapping, it felt like Belle Biv DeVoe. Not a bad rapping style, but it feels a little dated. Eddie Murphy said that Coming to America 3 is coming out. Yeah, I did read about that. I mentioned that in the video too. Yeah. What is it, like 16 years from now? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm missing some of the chats here. My bad. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's what threw me off. No DNA. You are the king now. You were just taking people off the street to be the prince. Thank you. It's like in a Mamma Mia at the end of the movie when they suggested the DNA test. It's like, oh no, let's split 3 ways. I'll have a third. You have a third. You have a third of being the father to Sophia. Yes, I've seen the Jamie Foxx show. Here comes Jamie Foxx. Do you think Eddie Murphy should have had a son? No. Somebody mentioned it earlier that it would have been better if the movie focused on the daughter. Leslie Jones reminded me so much of Tiffany Haddish in the movie. I agree, but I did not mind the character. I felt like because the movie was kind of all over the place, we didn't get an overexposure of her or Tracy Morgan. I thought they did fine. I just felt like there was too much cringe in this movie. Oh yeah, James Earl Jones wanting his funeral while he was still alive. Hilarious. Are you doing any more DVD giveaways? I do have one DVD set that I need to give away due to the fact that the Facebook group has over 100,000 people. I just am getting eBay money today, so I haven't done it yet. What's up with the thumbnail? Sisters suck this week. I like when Paul Bates saying "You're a Queen." Oh, wait, no. John Legend did that in the credit. She's your queen to be. Tiana Taylor barely spoke. Yeah, I know, right? But she could dance though. Randy's all at once, all together. Everyone's gone by. And well, if you can't beat them. Yeah, I mean, again, this movie had a few moments, but they were few and far in between. I do think it was funny. What was it? I think the middle daughter was Eddie Murphy's real daughter, the one with the glasses. Yeah. We are family. Now, ain't the Lord good? You need to reach over to your neighbor and say praise him. That was it. That was good. I actually liked the movie, but they shouldn't have considered people's offense. What? Yo, and then they spent the whole movie, the bastard son. The bastard son. They should have put Medea in it. Yo, they ended it with the electric slide, so it felt like a Tyler Perry movie. Yeah, Wesley Snipes did good. The marriage definitely seemed forced. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it just felt so repetitive. Like, when he was asking Tiana Taylor about being, his wife, like, what do you like? I like what you like. And I'm like, you're literally rehashing the first movie. I have not seen Cobra Kai, but I've heard very good things about it. Just too many stars in a movie that barely spoke. This was just a glorified cameo. That's all it was. It shouldn't have been politically correct. Yeah, but it's on Amazon Prime, so if you want to make that coin, you better be politically correct. How do you think Kevin Hart's making money nowadays? We are family. Nope, I haven't heard any word about the game coming back. No, I don't have Paramount Plus. Oh yeah, that step Wesley Snipes did. I'm not going to get up, but I think it was better on Prime Video than theaters. Hang on, I'm literally thinking about the movie in my head right now to see if there's anything else to talk about. There's no have and have not updates. Are you excited for Ruthless? I'm excited, but damn, am I busy. I don't care about the barbershop crew still being alive. They were still funny. One of the best parts of the movie. How many kings were there? 2, technically. Akeem and then Wesley Snipes' character. Oh yeah, that's right. The Best Man series. Yeah, I might check it out. I think they should do a sequel in the 90s when Thomas Arsenio Hall's new character looked the side. Oh, you talking about the shaman? Yeah. Not yet. Didn't move into the house yet. They got to build it. Yeah, I had to watch this movie without comparing it to the first one because it does not compare at all. Yeah, of course, seen in living color. Okay, that's all I had to do for Coming to America. Let's switch topics to something else. I'm about to go to sleep after this video because I've been up all day working. Well, I will watch the first 3 episodes of Ruthless and let you know my thoughts on that. I did the trailer breakdown. I just haven't posted it yet. Well, yeah, you'll get it tomorrow. Don't worry. There are plenty of videos coming tomorrow. I'll watch Delilah tomorrow too. Terrible cliffhanger. I agree. Will Ruth marry the highest? I don't know. Probably. For the sake of, staging a coup. Oh yeah, Coming to America was PG-13. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Delilah uncovered a crazy conspiracy theory early on in the series. Bro, I hope Zach and Karen don't get back together. That's no. Yeah, I hope they're reunited too. hmm All right, guys. Well, I'm about to get up out of here, get some sleep. Don't worry. A lot of videos are coming tomorrow. A lot of videos are coming tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. So make sure you thumbs up the video. Keep an eye on the channel. Check out the Oval videos. I posted like what was it, 8 videos this morning, all about the Oval, the review, the trailer, a bunch of theory discussion videos, and I'll probably do one more video talking about why is Jason only killing women? Like, why is he a women serial killer? That'll be on the rise. So be on the lookout. But thanks so much for tuning in. Like I said, not a great episode of Sisters. The ending was good, but